When you go across the street to Two Boroughs, make sure you take a look at the upper level that we've redone. It's a great place that we use for weddings and events, birthday parties. We stay booked over there all the time. But the reason I bring it up is because it was actually the first Masonic lodge here in Wilkes County. It was all this red paint across the floor up there. It hadn't been used in so long. I mean, it was almost storage space for Parker Electric is what it was. We start sanding all the floors and restoring all this because they're hardwoods up there, and my dad's big on restoring buildings. So while we're sanding it, the person who was doing it had at least enough sense to stop when they got to this spot, and it was no longer red paint. It started mixing blue and beige and paint into it, and she was like, there's something here. She realized there is more to it than just this red paint. She had the rest of the maintenance crew come in and hand sand the rest of this, and they hand sanded all this up, and it was this checkerboard print. And we did not know what it was at the time. And we were sitting there and we're like, oh, that's pretty cool. We're gonna finish that. Let's keep that. That's a nice little piece of history, whatever it was. Andy Suits and Jim Isley were sitting here, and they were meeting for the Peach Festival and trying to work out all the details for that for the first Peach Festival. And we met across the street. And while we were meeting upstairs, they looked at it and they go, Seth, do you know what this is? No, I don't. But it was pretty cool, so I was going to polyurethane it. I was going to repaint it and polyurethane it. No, 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 do not do that. And I was like, okay, why? And they were like, you don't know what this is? I was like, no, I have no clue what this is. They said, this is a Masonic flooring. He's like, this was the first Masonic lodge here in Wilkes County. And they started telling me all the stories about the Freemasons and the different kinds and the different levels and going through the whole history of it. And I was just intrigued by it because I'd never heard this side of things before. So we polyed over it, preserved it, haven't messed with it other than just putting a coat of poly on it to save it. But you can look and see where there were strips that came up from the sanding, but it's got your first, your second, your third degree Masons. And he told us how this is your arrow pointing north. Every Masonic lodge has an arrow pointing north in it. Then you have your stage around it, and it still has the original stage in there, where you would have your chair, your president, then you have your treasurer, your secretary, and they'd all stand to the side, and then all your lower ranked ones would be in the middle, and you'd have your upper ranked Masons all the way around it. So they were telling me all these stories about it. It was just this really cool history in this building that we just fell into our laps.